Hi, this is Pat Zelenka, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Pat Zelenka Show. And I am your host, Pat Zelenka. Ironic, isn't it? Well, all guitar players, all musicians actually, I think, love a project. We love to save some instrument from doom, be it a trumpet, a piano, a guitar, a drum kit, a snare, a bass we found, an old amp cab. We hate to see things go to the landfill that don't really need to be there and could still be used, or at least cleaned up and put in our living room to show off to friends. So I'm no different, but I think especially guitar players love to do this, and maybe drummers right after that. I've seen some great vintage drum sets restored online. But all that aside, every now and then, you know, I've had a few of these in my life where I've found a thing, saved it from doom, and used it for years, if not still using it. My Yamaha SG comes to mind, if you're not familiar with that. That was a guitar I found in a pawn shop that needed a lot of TLC, and it had been really abused. So I was happy to pay what I paid for it and fix it up and have it refretted, and I'm still playing it constantly. It's seen every gig I can think of. But sometimes you find what guitar players refer to as a husk, meaning that it's essentially just a neck and a body. You can do anything you want with it at that point. Brad Gillis from Night Ranger did that with an early 60s Strat. It came into a music store he was working at. It was in a cardboard box in pieces, and the pickups were missing, if I remember right. So he just added the pickups he liked and put the thing back together. So that's the red Strat that you see him with. I think it's a 62. It's a pre-CBS. I never found anything so cool as that. But I was on Facebook Marketplace a while back, and I found this really cool Les Paul. It was a Burny, and it looked like a Les Paul Custom. Now, a Burny Les Paul, B-U-R-N-Y, if you're not familiar with those, they're an Asian made, primarily Japan. There are some Chinese Burnys. Not a lot of markings on mine, so I can't tell. My friends are divided on it. Some feel it's Japanese, some feel it's Chinese, but either way, it has a really nice weight and it plays great, but it had been horribly abused and cobbled. There was an extra hole in it for a control pot that no one knows what that would have been for, and there was... well, you'll see. I created a slideshow of the before and after. This is definitely a tale of Ugly Duckling the Swan. So check it out, and when we're through, we'll play this cool Burny with my custom paint job, and we'll hear what it sounds like.
To cry. Oh, now there's nothing I can do. If you leave me here to cry. Well, 'cause my love will follow you, baby. Ooh, as the years Well, that's one thing you can't deny. Well, I give you all that I own, babe. Well, that's one thing you can't deny. Well, 'cause my love will follow you, baby. Ooh, as the years they go passing by. Been there so long, pretty baby. Now so long goodbye. Been there so long, pretty baby.
Well, what did you think? It's pretty freaky. I'm digging the river of blood that was on the back. The girl I bought it from was quite horrified to think I was going to repaint it, but I felt like I owed it a favor. Hard to tell what it originally was. We think it was set up as a black custom, but they had definitely spray painted over that, and it was very bizarre. And so a lot of parts were missing, as you can see in the slideshow. Tuners were pretty much gone. There was, if I remember right, no input jack. The three-way was there, but it was broken. Pickups were ceramic magnet. I'm an Alnico guy, so they had to go. And I just decided if it had been wrecked that far, I would go the rest of the way. We have a white back and sides here, as you could see in the slideshow. And I put white perloid, I should say, on for the control cavity covers. Standard strap knobs, Grover 18-to-1 tuners, Rotomatics, which I am a real fan of. Two new humbuckers. I'm not giving anything away here, no tone secrets. This is a pair of humbuckers, Alnico humbuckers from a Greco Les Paul, probably 80 to 82, somewhere in there. I knew these were Matsumoto build in the Japanese plant, so I was pretty happy to find them and install them here. I'm going to try them out for a while in here. I would liken their sound to Gibson 57 Classics, and I like them a lot. Probably down the road, I'd like to put a pair of Antiquity humbuckers in there, or some Lawler Imperials. Well, we'll see. I think for now these will do. The clear plastic knobs I custom ordered off of eBay, and I think these were, well, these are not the before because they didn't exist at all. So it seems like the guy who redid this, and we're going to talk about him real quickly here, had these in his possession. So we put those on and I paid him for them. You got a medium jumbo fret on this. Standard Les Paul scale, as you can imagine. And I would say weight's about, I don't know, 8 or 9 pounds. It's really comfortable standing up with it. So very, very awesome. I got way more out of it than I thought I would get. So what happened was, when I found this, I got a hold of a friend of mine. His name is John Ligenfelter. John is great at setups, installation of pickups, wiring, yada yada. But John is also, as you can see, a really good refinish guy. Or just a finish if you have a plain body. And he did all this work. Now, we're going to probably buff this again at some point. But you can see there's a nice gloss to this for sure. I'm really impressed with this. The finish on the neck especially is just smooth. Where did the color scheme come from? Well, John and I went back and forth about this. And I was sending him pictures of a, oh, what was that guitar? Anyway, it had this kind of finish, this color. And it was like a Japanese import, late 70s. And John looked at those, well, okay. But then I found it. My wife and I, we do a lot of these decisions together because we love finding good guitars. She's the one who found me my Blue Paisley Telly and my Yamaha SG. So, hey, I trust your judgment. Anyway, long story short was, this finish and with the white backing, I'd had a vision for a long time about putting together a Les Paul. Originally, I thought about getting an Les Paul Epiphone, and having it stripped and doing a white back and sides with a kind of a bluish top, kind of like what you see on Gretsch guitars. Now, I haven't seen this finish on a Les Paul. I haven't seen it on a Burny. I haven't seen it in a lot of things except Gretsch guitars. And they'll have like the white back and sides, the white neck, and do it up. Now, as far as anything extra on here, as you can see, there's multiply binding on the front, the back, and we have binding on the neck. It's a bound neck. And we have that same binding all around the headstock. And I don't know how well you can see that right there. But very well done, and John did a great job on this. John Ligenfelter, somebody I'm going to do a lot more projects with in the future, and definitely show you some stuff we come up with. Well, now let's hear the thing. We'll do a little quick demonstration here. I have a little Tweed Mercury Magnetics conversion that I'm plugged into, and it's about a 15 watt. So we're on the bridge pickup. Yeah, so on both pickups, this is a standard Les Paul wiring. Controlled off the treble. I've also got a treble bleed circuit in here, which is a real help. And then on the neck, nice, I like it. Little out of tune, knock the G out of tune, but you can hear, you know, the pickups are sweet. Thing's got a lot of punch and drive. And the Grecos, like I said earlier, are a lot like a 57 Classic. So I'm pretty happy with them. I'm going to mess around with it as I go, but for now, these are the pickups that are in there. Hope you dig this video. Any questions, hit me below. I'll have links below for anything about the guitar. And very, very cool. You'll notice I did not tell you about the inner wirings of the guitar. They are secret, as it is my special sauce. So, but check it out. And thanks for stopping in.